information is being collected from more than 1.6 million people around the world, government can use it against them. So my question is, are you concerned that personal health information being collected by patients around the world can be used by government or even shared with tech companies? And is this information being shared with WHO, and is WHO sharing that information with third parties? Thank you.
Yes, no, the issue, well, I would suggest that governments and many other entities are collecting much more information about every citizen than we might necessarily realize at times. Certainly, there are very strict rules regarding the gathering and sharing of clinical data from any individual. A patient's clinical record is their own, and most governments have very strict data sharing policies, both for international and national sharing of data, and have rules around anonymity and anonymization of data sets that are shared. And in that sense, we would expect that governments would uphold the same standards in this event as they would in any other situation. With regard to governments using that data or others using that data and passing it on to third parties, I think that's something that needs to be considered very carefully. If there are data sharing agreements in place, and we've asked that data be shared around this outbreak, but individual personalized data, identifier information on patients, this is not data that needs to move around. But we need is data, other kinds of data. It's very, very important, and there are concerns through this whole outbreak regarding individual rights versus the rights of the community. It's very, very important. We own our bodies, and we own the data about our bodies. And it's really important that governments and others and scientists and researchers uphold the highest standards when it comes to the use of anything from our bodies, be it our blood or be it our data. But at the same time, we as citizens also have to, in that sense, allow data about us to be shared in order for us to build answers, in order for us to come up with solutions. And that is a trade-off that governments must manage, and they must manage, again, through good governance, through good data protection that protects the citizen while developing the solutions that we need. And in this regard, it is no different to any other process.
Thank you very much. So we will go to the last question, if our speakers agree. That's Turkish news agency, and that's Bayram. Bayram, can you hear us?